What is going on, everyone? My name is Parrot, and welcome back to my Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battles. I was gonna do my little Pokemon Y introduction there, but that's not right. Anyway, today we have a battle versus one of my subscribers, Baalfrog. It was a very close battle, as you're about to see, and he has a very good team. I think this is a proper team this time, so you can't say I had an advantage here. All right, let's get into one of the battles. So it's me versus Baalfrog. It's a 6v6 match, of course. It's all Wi-Fi battles should be and would be and will be and will always be. So we're gonna start off this match here, and we're issuing a challenge. I'm gonna start with Greninja here, my little froggy, my protein Greninja, who is EV trained in special attack and speed. He starts with Jolteon. Wow, sorry about that. That's a bad matchup for me, so I'm gonna switch right on out of there and go to Dozer here. And surprisingly, this Jolteon also switches out as well on the first turn. I was thinking it was going to stay and maybe go for an electric type attack or something, but it decided to switch out. It's going to go into Trevenant. So I know this thing can be quite bulky. I know it can be really annoying if it gets like substitute leech seeds, all that kind of stuff. It can be really annoying. So I go straight into my Talonflame, and he goes for the Will-O-Wisp here, trying to cut my attack, but it doesn't work on Talonflame because we're fire type, which is amazing. I'm going to go straight for a Swords Gen to power up my Talonflame because while it does, it has some pretty decent attack, but it's not all that great. The Trevenant uses Phantom Force, which lets it vanish, and it's kind of like the fly of ghost types, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and go for another Swords Dance because I know I can't do anything to this thing while it's vanished or whatever. So it goes for the Phantom Force. It does a decent amount of damage, just below half, so I'm pretty injured here, which kind of sucks. I go for the Brave Bird because I have priority with the Gale Wings. This Talonflame is so overpowered, like seriously, it is ridiculously strong. Well, it's not overpowered, actually. It's decent. It's really strong, but you can take it out pretty easily with a couple hits. Anyway, I'm gonna get some really big recoil from that because I have the Life Orb on this as well. So it's gonna increase its attack power, but it's gonna die pretty quickly. It brings up the Jolteon again, and I'm gonna go for another Brave Bird because I could have roosted here, but I wasn't sure if he could survive a hit, so I just went for the Brave Bird, the safe one, just to take it out. And unfortunately, that is gonna sacrifice my Talonflame as well, which kind of sucks because he had like +4 attack, and that would have been amazing to keep on a little bit longer, but sometimes you gotta risk some stuff to get the payouts, and I was able to take out 2 Pokemon off the price of 1, so I'm pretty happy with that. Out comes this Tentacruel, who is pretty bulky, and there goes the Tentacruel. Bye, Tentacruel. That was pretty quick. I'm gonna come up with my Gengar, of course. He's gonna go into the Blaziken here, which is not cool at all. I was trying to hit this Tentacruel with a Thunderbolt, not thinking it was gonna switch out that quickly, but yeah, it does. And of course, the Blaziken is the Mega Evolution of the team. So you're going to expect this thing to come with, Protect Speed Boost. And that is kind of what fucks me up a little bit in this match, as you'll see a bit later on. But, what can you do? What can you do? Blaziken Speed Boost is pretty strong. But we'll see what happens later on. So he's going to get the Speed Boost right there. And right now this thing is faster than me. So he is easily able to go for the Flare Blitz. And my Gengar had absolutely no chance of surviving that. So once again, Gengar isn't able to do much in the Wi-Fi battle, which kind of sucks, but, maybe in the future we'll see some clutch plays by Gengar. Unfortunately, it was not this time. So Blaziken's pretty injured from that because the Flare Blitz recoils, so I'm going to come out with my Blastoise, who is the Mega Evolution for my team, which is going to scare the Blaziken out of there. I'm going to, well, no, I'm not going to go for the Gardevoir. What? He's going to go into his Gardevoir. I'm going to Mega Evolve here. I was going to go for the Water Pulse, hoping, to take it out, but he decided to keep his Mega Blaziken alive with that sliver of health left. So I'm going to hit the Gardevoir with a pretty hefty amount of damage with the Water Pulse. I think it's about half or something. Yeah, just over half. And thankfully it gets confused. What's not so great is that it doesn't hit itself in confusion. So it is able to hit me with an Energy Ball, which I didn't really expect coming from a Gardevoir. But I guess they can learn that. I didn't know that, seriously. And I'm going to go and hit it with another Water Pulse. If I didn't hit, well, if Gardevoir hit itself in confusion, I'd probably be in a much better position right now, because I probably can't take a hit from this Mega Blaziken anymore, but, what's done is done, we can't go back. And the Tentacruel is going to come out, and it's going to Toxic me, which leaves me in an even worse position with this Mega Blastoise, so slowly it is getting whittled down, and it's going to be pretty useless eventually, but I go for the Dark Pulse there, thinking it's going to do a little bit more because I get the boost with the ability that Mega Blastoise has, and considering my, max special attack, but, Tentacruel has some really good special defense, apparently, and it's going to go for the Protect. It's one of those kind of stally, Protect, toxic Tentacruels, so I'm not able to do anything to it on that turn. He's got 2 Protect Pokemon, which is, that's interesting, that's interesting. He's going to get healed by the Black Sludge, and I'm going to get pretty hurt by that Toxic. It's not cool at all. He's going to withdraw the Tentacruel, just probably thinking it probably couldn't take any more hits. They wanted to save it for later on. Or he predicted that I was going to use Dark Pulse, which is exactly what I do. If I had went for Ice Beam there, he would have got pretty fucked up. But no, I was predictable and went for the Dark Pulse. And now Mega Blastoise, unfortunately, is completely useless. It gets outsped by the Hydreigon, and well, there was no way I was going to survive that. There was no point in switching out because I would have got killed pretty much instantly upon returning. So there goes Mega Blastoise. Gonna come back into my Greninja here, and of course that's gonna scare the Hydreigon out because Greninja can outspeed a Hydreigon easily. You can hit it with the Ice Beam, and that wouldn't be too great for that. And I do go for the Ice Beam here. The Protein changes me to an Ice type, and this Tentacruel takes it really, really well. Even with the stab damage, you know, it didn't do that much at all. Of course, it's not very effective, so what can you expect? What can you expect? Gets a little bit of health back there. And I go for the extra sensory here, thinking I could probably take it out. But the special defense from the Tentacruel prevails just barely. And I was like, oh, damn it, now it's going to Toxic. And it's going to Protect, and it's going to be so long before I can take it out. Which is exactly what happens here. I get Toxic, which leaves me in a pretty bad position for Greninja. He's not doing too well. He's not feeling too good. He's feeling kind of sick right there. As you can see, he's not feeling too great. So I get hurt by the poison, of course. And it's going to use Protect like I thought it would. Which leaves me just sitting here waiting for the next turn to fall around, and hopefully it won't get another Protect off as I try to finally take this Tentacruel out with another extra sensory, which is what I'm able to do next turn after I get hurt by the poison again. Damn poison! Damn it, poison! Why are you doing this? So the extra sensory comes out, and he doesn't try for a Protect again. Probably thinking it wouldn't work, but you know, there's nothing else it can really do. I could probably outspeed it anyway, so he could have tried to Protect just in case it might work, but I guess he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to be annoying or whatever, but it's fine, just whatever. So I am able to take out that Tentacruel. Out comes the Blaziken, and of course, once again, this thing is going to Protect, which is going to let it get the speed boost off, which is going to make it a lot faster. Well, not really a lot faster, but it's going to make it faster than my Greninja. So that kind of sucks. I would have been able to outspeed it normally, but the speed boost is putting it in a better position, putting it a lot faster, and this Greninja is pretty much dead at this point, so out comes the Brave Bird with the amazing animation. Look at that. Look at that animation. It's amazing. And the Greninja faints. That does do some recoil damage to this Blaziken, and it's so close to dying, but it doesn't quite make it. And it gets another speed boost once again, and now this thing can outspeed anything on my team, which kind of sucks. It kind of worried me a little bit. And I was thinking this thing probably didn't have any fighting type moves. I wasn't entirely sure, so I brought out Dozer, and the Quick Claw, it came through for me. The Quick Claw came through for me. So I was risking it. I might have had a fighting type move, but the Quick Claw saved me there. I was able to take this Blaziken out with no damage at all to my Rhyperior, so that is absolutely amazing. The Hydreigon comes back out once again, and this is his last Pokemon, I believe, and he decides to go for the Dracor Meteor on my Rhyperior, which is kind of interesting because he can't really switch out, so he can't restore his special attack. And anyway, this is going to completely destroy my Rhyperior because we have like next to no special defense at all. We're all pretty bulky, but we're not that bulky. We can't take a Dracor Meteor from a Hydreigon. And this is where it gets tense. We're both down to our last Pokemon. I go for the Thunder Wave here, hoping there were like paralysis hacks. I honestly didn't think there was any way I was going to win at this point, but I guess we'll see. The Hydreigon gets paralyzed, and it does get the paralysis hacks on that one turn, so that's very nice. And I know for sure that I'm going to outspeed it, so I don't have any Ice Beams or any Ice-type moves on this Rotom, so we're going to have to go for the Hydro Pumps here for the maximum damage. Just going to go for the Substitute, take its health down to so close to being dead. But am I going to be able to take this Substitute out? It all comes down to this. Are we going to be able to take the Substitute out? And yes, we are going to be able to take it out. Which leaves this Hydreigon with such a small amount of health left. I'm going to be able to outspeed it. But the Dark Pulse crits in so close to taking me out. But it doesn't quite make it there, and the Volt Switch is going to end it off. So that was tense. That is probably the closest match I'm ever going to have on Pokemon X and Y. 5 points of health left, my last Pokemon. That was incredibly close. So I'm going to thank you all very much for watching for this time. A very good battle, and I'll see you next time.